Hello Tribuners, back again with me Nazela Azhara in the Just News program. Iran has been sanctioned after being accused of being involved in the wars between Ukraine and Russia. Iran has proven to be supplying drones from Russia, which is invading Ukraine. Iran's intervention is suspected to be the supply of drones to the Russian military. Britain has imposed new sanctions on 3 Iranian individuals and a business responsible for supplying drones to Russia. The Foreign Office said by supplying these drones, Iran is effectively waging war, profiting from Russia's apparent attacks on Ukrainian citizens and adding to the suffering of the people and the destruction of critical infrastructure. 4 of the assets were confiscated and those individuals have also been subject to travel bans. Prior to the UK announcement, the European Union proposed sanctions against the same business and 3 individuals. Tehran denies supplying the drones to Moscow while the Kremlin says the West is trying to put pressure on Iran. The Kamikaze drones launched by Russia has succeeded in making the Ukrainian population panic. The Russian military has reportedly dispatched a kamikaze drone targeting a building in Bila Tserivka area Wednesday 5th October 2022. Ukrainian air spokesman Yuri Ihnat said the drone was launched from occupied area in southern Ukraine and another 6 drones have been shot down before reaching their targets. This is a new threat to all Ukrainian defense forces. As a result, air raid sirens rang, triggering panic among 200 local residents seeking cover. A resident who lived across the street from the building that was hit by the kamikaze drone, Vladimir, said there was a roaring sound and a piercing sound. He heard the first attack, and for the second attack he saw and heard. There was a roar and then an explosion followed. According to the Ukrainian military, hundreds of Iranian-made drones have been used by the Russian army on the battlefield since September 2022 to arm the war against the Kiev military. As a result, the building in Bila Tserivka caught fire, and dozens of firefighters were even deployed to extinguish the blast. Local Governor Alexei Kuleba called on residents not to ignore airborne warning signals and safety rules. Among the greatness of the kamikaze drone is claimed to have a lethal ability. The kamikaze drone has a larger warhead upon impact. Iranian-made Su-136 drones supplied to Russia carried out a number of devastating strikes in the Kharkiv region in the past week. A number of Western media and military observers initially doubted in Iranian-made drones, which they consider untested, incompetent, and outdated in terms of technology to use against Ukrainian defenses, while the reality showed otherwise. That's the news for today. See you in the next actual news. Great thanks, Tribun.